if you put normal water onto a plate like you see here, and you hit it with a hammer, something very obvious happens. The hammer goes right through the water and hits the bottom of the plate. That's because water is what we call a Newtonian fluid. But the white fluid you see right here is a little bit different. You see, if you gently press the hammer into it at a low speed, it's very, very normal. It feels like a fluid. But if you hit it with the hammer like we did with the water, the hammer bounces off the surface. This fluid becomes solid when you hit it with the hammer, and directly after that it becomes liquid again. That's all because this white fluid is cornflour solution, a mix of cornflour and water, and it's a non-Newtonian fluid. So, what exactly is a non-Newtonian fluid? In this graph, the horizontal axis represents shear rate, and the vertical axis represents viscosity. Viscosity basically means the thickness of a fluid. So, honey has a higher viscosity than water, it's thicker. Shear rate, what this basically means is that if you gently press a spoon into a fluid, the shear rate is very low. If you smash a fluid with a hammer, like we just did, the shear rate is really high. Now if we would put water into this graph, it would look like this, a straight line, because water is a Newtonian fluid. So why is this line straight? Well, because the viscosity doesn't change as the shear rate increases. In other words, it doesn't matter if we gently press a spoon into the water or we smash it with a hammer, the water stays the same. The thickness of the water, the viscosity, doesn't change. Now there are also non-Newtonian fluids, and a non-Newtonian fluid can be shear thinning or shear thickening. A shear thinning fluid becomes thinner, the viscosity goes down as the shear rate increases, and a shear thickening fluid becomes thicker when the shear rate increases. So, if we take a shear thickening fluid, for example the cornflour you just saw, the cornflour solution, if we gently press a spoon into it, it feels like a bit like honey, it feels like a normal fluid. But when we hit it with a hammer, when we smash it, the hammer bounces off the surface, and after we lift the hammer, it turns liquid again. Weird, isn't it? But that's it. Non-Newtonian fluids. They are really, really weird, but it's also very cool. And you can try this yourself, just buy some corn flour and mix it with water. Anyway, that's it for this episode of AKIO TV. I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.